Everybody, welcome to another edition of The Daily here with Simon Borg. I'm Nick Furshaw, looking at the biggest headline on this Tuesday morning, and it involves Brek Shea and that on-again, off-again relationship with the guys over at Stoke City. We've heard all about this deal for the last 2 weeks or so, whether or not Brek Shea would go to Europe or not. Well, it looked like it was off a couple days ago, but on Monday night we're finding out that Brek Shea was actually on a plane to Europe to see what it's all about.
And Ivis Galarsup is reporting he is on a plane to Stoke, and he will undergo a medical there, and if all things work out, there's a deal in place, and it's going to happen. And by now, Nick, it has to happen because I think you're playing with a player's psyche here. I don't see how he can return to Dallas after the on-again, off-again, now on-again, and then come back to the MLS season. I just don't know how a player like that could go into an MLS season in the right frame of mind. And I think if it doesn't happen for whatever reason, Dallas needs to seriously consider maybe moving him into a new environment because I don't see him. I don't know where the motivation comes from.
As of Tuesday morning, no resolution for Brek Shea. It does sound a lot like that Jeff Cameron ordeal from last year. That ended well, I think, for both parties. Jeff Cameron playing very well at Stoke. We'll see if he gets a brand new teammate in Brek Shea. Well, if not for those injuries that he suffered last season, Brek Shea might be in this camp with the U.S. national team. He is not, and as it stands, we're looking at a number of other MLS players going to go at it on Tuesday night against Canada, 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. You can catch a live chat on MLSsoccer.com. So many MLSers in this camp. We talked about the forwards yesterday, guys like Chris Wondolowski and Will Bruin. Let's talk about the defenders today, especially Matt Besler, Omar Gonzalez. What are the odds that these guys play well and then get a lineup spot in the Hex?
Well, Nick, I think we're seeing Jurgen Klinsmann at his best with dealing with these two defenders. Because if anything, Jurgen Klinsmann, more so than tactics, he is bringing to the national team a change of mentality. And he's getting rid of the sacred cows that may have existed when you joined the national team camp. And he says, I want these young guys, Gonzalez and Besler, to show their personality, to come out of their shell. And he's encouraged them to do it. And both players have said that's been their focus in this camp, to show, to be loud, to impose themselves on a game. And Klinsmann praised Gonzalez leading into this game against Canada, that he's done it, that he sees the body language, and he's gotten into the player's mind. So we'll see which of the two. I think there's only one of the two that make it to Honduras. We'll see which performs better.
9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. You can catch a live chat on MLSsoccer.com. We've got you covered. Our reporters are down there at BBVA Compass Stadium in Houston, the first game of the year for the U.S. men's national team. Well, the MLS preseason beginning in earnest on Tuesday. It doesn't seem so long ago that the season actually ended, but whatever. We'll send it down to Tucson, Arizona for the Desert Friendlies. The Portland Timbers and the Colorado Rapids open it up at 1 p.m. Eastern. We sent our very own Jason Sagini down for the coverage.
The first matchup, it's Caleb Porter in his first game as Portland Timbers head coach, taking on Colorado Rapids. Oscar Pareja in his second year, rebuilding that team. No Connor Casey, no Omar Cummings, a lot of new faces in there. It should be exciting. Moving on, it's the San Jose Earthquakes and the Houston Dynamo in the second game. You have last year's Supporters Shield winners against the MLS Cup runners-up. And in the final game of the day, another MLS Cup favorite for this year, Sporting Kansas City takes on the local boys, FC Tucson. You can see that all live streamed on MLSsoccer.com.
Thanks, Jay. Make sure you log on to MLSsoccer.com. You can find the complete preseason schedule for both the Desert Friendlies and all the other preseason tournaments that kick off in February. That does it for us. I want to remind everybody the latest edition of Extra Time Radio came out on Monday. Mike Petke from the New York Red Bulls and Alejandro Bedoya from the U.S. national team. Some good stuff from both of those guys. You can catch it on iTunes and Stitcher Radio. That does it for us. We'll see you around on the Daily tomorrow.